has been involved in over the past year, and it's quite a complicated program, and it's a partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. It's a 5-year program, and Lhakpa's going to tell you more about this. We're about halfway through that program, and there's been some great successes, and IMFA are very supportive, and part of the thing we are continuing to develop is that sort of inclusive development side of things, which is, as you're asking earlier about, ensuring that there's open access for all aspects of that education. So that is something that we'll be working on further, but Lhakpa.
Thank you, Alexander. Good afternoon. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. It is my great pleasure to be here. Actually, I was at Lincoln University for the period of 2010 to 12. I received a scholarship from NFAT, from New Zealand government, to complete my master's degree. And after completing my master's, I went back to Nepal, and I joined the Himalayan Trust Nepal board at that time. Actually invited me as a general member to join, and I joined as a general member, and continued my journey with the Himalayan Trust Nepal, providing my expertise in planning and also visiting different places and program monitoring and all that. And later on, I also became a board member, and later again promoted as a joint secretary. But in 2022 August, the board actually requested me to work as a program manager to look after all the program. So I happily accepted that, and that was a kind of a great opportunity for me. And from 2020 August, I'm working as a program manager. Before that, actually, I'm connected with Himalayan Trust from my childhood. I went to school at Junbesi, which was built by Shoredep in 1963. I completed my school level there. And then later on, Himalayan Trust provided a scholarship to continue my study in Kathmandu. I did further studies in Kathmandu. And later on, again, I was quite fortunate to receive that MPhil scholarship. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Himalayan Trust and New Zealand government and all the people of New Zealand for giving this opportunity and making this able to me. So now I would like to start my presentation. Dr. Mima already talked about all the different program activities. Education is one of the major program of Himalayan Trust. I'm going to present you some of the major achievements we have made during the period of last July 15 to 14 July this year. Under this education, we'll talk mainly the different outputs. We have maybe 5 outputs under the quality education program, and that's about literacy through integrated learning program under output 1, school-based teacher training program, teacher and further education support, school infrastructure and classroom support, local community and government engagement. These are main outputs that we are working on it. And also I will share some of the challenges we have faced during program implementations in the last fiscal year. So quality education program is supported by Himalayan Trust and New Zealand Aid program, and it is a 5-year program. We are now in running third year, which began from November 2019, and it will complete in April 2025. Due to some of the pandemic and all that, we have kind of extended 6-month no-cost extension that includes, and that will go up to April 2025. So main goal of quality education program in Solukhumbu is to improve teaching and learning outcomes through quality education for all children have set up long-term outcome, mid-term outcome, and short-term outcomes, which we will achieve by implementing 5 major outputs under this quality education program. As I mentioned earlier, the outputs are, we have different outputs like literacy through integrated literacy improvement programs, which we renamed as a literacy through integrated learning. Previously, another partner was working on the implementing literacy improvement program in Khumbu, in different schools in Khumbu. Later, the program in Khumbu was phased out, and then Himalayan Trust decided to give that responsibility to Himalayan Trust Nepal, and we have been continuing the output one in another side of, or the southern part of the Solukhumbu by renaming the program as Literacy Through Integrated Learning. We call it LIL program in short. And another is a school-based teacher training program, which we are doing. I will talk more about that. And teacher and further salary support program and school infrastructure and classroom support delivered in local community and government engagement program. These are the major outputs that we are working on it. And under the output one is we started this program came into full implementations from the May 2022. So this will go for 3 years in three rural municipalities of the Solukhumbu. So this is the map of the Solukhumbu. And so another new area is a new area that this is the Sotang rural municipality in the southern part of Matebutkosi rural municipality in the southern part, and this is Mahakulung in the Bung and Chescom area, and this is the Sotang rural municipality. So we have 19 schools here, small schools here, and in Matebutkosi 19 schools. In Sotang we have 13 schools, and in Mahakulung we have 11 schools. In all together we have 43 schools covering under this LIL program. And so LIL program began from May 2022, but we spent kind of 5 to 6 months in preparations, like staff hiring, preparing, and also visiting the schools and coordinating with the governments and signing agreement with local governments. All these were done prior to the implementation, in full implementation of the program. So these are some of the main objectives of the LIL program. At least the main objective is to improve the quality of education, specifically literacy of early grade students. We are focusing from grade 1 to 3 at this, in these 43 schools. While developing or designing this program, it was considered to support from grade 1 to 3 in literacy improvement. But after visiting schools in the area, also doing some assessment of the students in the area, we found that the early grade of the early childhood level or ECD level is also quite important. They also need support. Teachers at ECD level do not have experience or skills of teaching and handling the kids, which they are promoted to grade 1. So we actually propose Himalayan Trust to include some of the training program for ECD teacher, as well as to support some of the ECD classroom setup and material support. So we have kind of integrated or included ECD also in the program now. So we are conducting training for ECD and are providing materials to ECD teachers as well now. And it is to increase literacy and learning outcomes of the children through supporting the teachers in planning lessons with appropriate teaching material, applying child-friendly teaching pedagogy in the classroom, and effective implementations of ongoing assessment system, and also to support to build book corners and manage literacy materials, providing age-level reading support books, and to undertake assessment of early grade reading. And another objective is to develop leadership skills and enhance capacity of SMC, school management committees, to monitor and evaluate school performance and involve parents in the children's learning. These are main objectives of the LEAD program. And here are some of the list of the activities or inputs that we have delivered during the 2021 and 2022. So the first was during the preparation phase, we did the hiring of team, setting up team formations, training them, induction of staff, and also this setting of office in these 3 rural municipalities, and coordination, and also the signing agreement with local and central level government were also taken place during this period. And we conducted a couple of school visited most of the schools there in a couple of time, and also conducted baseline data collections of the schools and the assessment of students' learning achievement at the beginning of the program. So based on that, we conducted center-based teacher training for the lead school areas. We invited teachers to a center and conducted center-based teacher training. And the Nepal government recently implemented a new curriculum at school level education. So the teachers are actually not sure how to, teach or how to, implement those curriculum in the classrooms. So they were actually in the need of training. So we actually coordinated with the Center for Education and Resource Development, CHRD, under the Ministry of Education, and also the Curriculum Development Center. We designed a training curriculum, and the expert from this CHRD and the CDC, they provided training of trainers to our trainers, and our trainers went to Solukhumbu and conducted this central-based teacher training for the teachers. And we trained 86 teachers for grade 1 to 3, which was actually for the implementations of the integrated curriculum at grade 1 to 3. And also, we have the team of 4 teacher trainers for LEAL programs. 3 are based in the respective rural municipalities, and 1 is actually coordinating and leading the team. And they are actually based in the rural municipalities, and they visit the schools, and each school by spending 2 to 4 days in the school days, based on the requirement and based on the number of students there. And they follow up the trainings, and they provide the additional support for the teaching and learning activities in the classroom. And teaching, we also provided teaching and stationery material support to them, to all the schools. And additional reading books are required. Only they have a government prescribed books, but our interest is to increase or improve the literacy and also increasing the reading skills. So we provided their age level reading books to the students in those schools. And this students' evaluation book, which are actually based on the new curriculum, the teachers need to do the assessment on the basis kind of ongoing assessment. And they need all the templates for the record of the students, for the assessment of the students. And we developed the record book and provided to all the teachers, and we use that, the books during the training. We train them how to use that, and they are using those record books in the schools for the assessment of students. And for the reading skills improvement, we also developed reading home reading logs, and providing to the schools. And our teacher trainers are helping the parents and teachers how to use those home reading logs. And parents' orientation is also one of the important part of the programs, because parents, they also need to know how to support their children at home. So one of the activities when our teacher trainers reach to the schools, they organize a meeting with the parents, and they actually make orientations how to get involved in the children's learning. and how to support them in their reading and learning process. And sometimes they invite parents to the schools, and the parents share their skills with the children. Any of the skills, sometimes they come to the school, some of the parents share how to plant flowers in the garden of the school, how to make tea, or how to clean hands properly. That type of activities are also conducted. And extracurricular activities are also supported in the schools. During the National Children's Day, we conducted various activities at the schools. And orientation for the school management committee, head teachers, and teachers are also done. This kind of meetings are conducted on the regular basis, basically to improve how to improve the quality of education, so how to improve the literacy and reading skills of children. We basically discussed during those time. And we are closely working with the local government. We share the progress at the schools, and also we share some of the challenges or issues if there are. We share them and try to address with involvement of the local government. So these are some of the main active inputs we delivered in 2021-22, and these are the staff, 4 new staff, which Dr. Lima also mentioned, and this is the induction and training of the new staff of the LEAD program. And this is, we launch this program in 3 rural municipalities by visiting, organize a meeting of the local government representatives and education officials and all relevant stakeholders there, also the headmasters, head teachers from the schools. We did in all 3 rural municipalities and conducted basement data collections. These are some of the photos here. And we conducted this integrated curriculum training for the grade 1 to 3 teachers. These are some of the pictures of the training sessions, include photos here. Yeah. So moving on, output 2 is about school-based teacher training program. It covers Khumbu Basama rural municipality, which is where Everest is located, and the main, soil built schools are located in this municipality. We have 17 schools here, and in the south is a Solu Dutunda rural municipality, where my village, my school, Junbeshi, is also located. There are about 16 schools. Altogether, 13 schools are covered on school-based teacher training. So the main objective of school-based teacher training is also improve the quality of educations, including literacy for basic level that covers from grade 1 to 8. We have also included ECD to that from this year. We are providing trainings and also materials for ECD as well, which we find that is quite important to help them that they learn, increasing learning outcomes. So we have 4 teacher trainers of different subjects: English, Math, Nepali, and Science. 4 teacher trainers. They go to the schools and they provide support, additional support in the classrooms for teaching and learning. And to support schools to build book corners, manage literacy materials, age-level reading books, and these are the similar type of support which we do in LEAD program as well. And also we try to bring school management committees and local government and teacher and head teacher together, discuss and try to get involved all in the quality education improvement. And also the parents, we also organize these interaction of parents in increasing or improving or increasing their participations in their children's learning. So these are some of the inputs we have delivered under the school-based teacher training. We developed teacher training packages on integrated curriculum for grade 1 to 3 in collaborations with the CEHRD. It is the main Department of Education under the Ministry of Education and Curriculum Development Center (CDC), and also conducted TOT for teacher trainers, and conducted center-based teacher training on integrated curriculum for grade 1 to 3 for the Soluk Kumbhapasanamu and for the Soluk rural municipality teachers. We trained 99 teachers there, and the teacher trainers visit regularly on a regular basis to all the schools, and they provide follow-up support for the teachers, and develop training package of English, Math, Science, and Nepali subject for grade 6 to 8 in coordination with CHRD and CDC. And we conducted center-based teacher training for grade 6 to 8 teachers and for subject teachers. We trained 45 teachers for grade 6 to 8 on different subjects. And so we are actually still working with CHRD, and we had to provide training for teachers of grade 4 to 8. We are planning this teacher training in coming quarters. So provided support for alternative teaching through radio and worksheets and mobile sets during the lockdown period. During the pandemic period, we actually got much busier than ever. So because it was not planned, and we had to help in any way, and then we came together on discussing that and how to support further by providing some alternative learning strategies to the students. So it came to the conclusion that we developed some worksheets and then send it to the schools and mobilize the teachers where we are supporting. So they use those worksheets for some time period, so that the students, teachers, children can continue their learning. And later on also we coordinated with other partner organizations like Read Nepal. We developed radio lessons for grade 6 to 8 and also developed worksheets for the students to follow the radio lessons. And we distributed those to all students of grade 6 to 8 in Soluk. And also for the communication and to listen the radio, we provided mobile sets to the students, that they use those mobile sets to communicate with their teachers and also listen on the radio lessons on that. And we provided evaluation record books for grade 1 to 3 for ongoing assessment, as I already mentioned, and we provided teaching and stationary materials to all the schools where we are working under the school-based teacher training program. So during the lockdown period, we conducted the training of trainers through Zoom. We used Zoom platform in Nepal also because we were not allowed to come in the same place, but the team of Himalayan Trust were actually in the office of Himalayan Trust, but the trainers were actually providing the lessons virtually. So these are the photos of the TOT conducted for integrated curriculum. And these are some of the photos for integrated teaching unit. These are the mobile sets we send to the schools. These are students with mobile phones and also the worksheet. These are radio lessons we broadcasted through local FM radio. And this is a training we conducted in the basic schools for the other feeder schools. Teachers were also involved there. And this is on the center-based teacher training we conducted in Kumbhapasanamu and Lhakpa in February 2022. And these are some of the photos where our teacher trainers go to visit the schools and conduct a monitoring visit and also provide follow-up support to the schools. So under Article 3, it's about teacher and further education support to the schools to continue students' educations and also to retain trained teachers. We are currently supporting 18 teachers of 11 schools, which teacher salaries are provided through the support of Himalayan Trust and MFED. And we actually had the on 7 teachers. There was one teacher, computer teacher in Kongjung. Another donor of Greater Himalayan Foundations was supporting the salary of the computer teacher, but they were actually could not continue the support for the computer teacher. So the teacher was quite a good teacher, and he's one of the best computer teachers in Solukhumbu. So the school had a problem how to continue that. They didn't have any source. They requested Himalayan Trust Nepal, and then we discussed, and then we actually forwarded the request to Himalayan Trust New Zealand. So Himalayan Trust New Zealand actually accepted to support the computer teacher at Kongjung. So now, including the computer teacher in Kongjung, we are supporting 18 teachers in total. So under the same output, we have scholarship. We have various scholarships from Himalayan Trust New Zealand and NFAD support. The one is the Sir Edmund Hillary Memorial Scholarship for the students studying at grade 11 and 10. After completing that grade 10 from the schools of Soy built 70 schools in Solukhumbu. And also another one, Jubing schools, that and 8 schools get students get scholarship. 3 students from each schools get this Sir Edmund Hillary Memorial scholarship every year. So we provided 24 scholarship last year and 24 scholarship this year. In total, grade 11 and 12 got total 48 students. And Sir Edmund Hillary Memorial Scholarship is the continuation from the previous scholarship. There's 1 student there. And we have another bachelor level scholarship, which is one of the scholarships we are providing that scholarship in partnership with Khumbu Pasangnam rural municipalities. We named that scholarship as the Khumbu Pasangnam rural municipality Himalayan Trust Bachelor Level Scholarship for the Khumbu Pasangnam rural municipalities. Khumbu Pasangnam rural municipalities is providing the 60% of the funding, and Himalayan Trust is providing 30% of the total funding. So that's how partnership working with the Khumbu Pasangnam rural municipality and Himalayan Trust supports. We have provided 7 scholarships to other students. Yeah. So more scholarship on bachelors. We have 13, another 13. Another is in Mountain Disaster Victim Scholarship, which is also funded by Himalayan Trust New Zealand, in total 3. Now under the Himalayan Trust support, there are 72 students are getting scholarship currently, which includes 37 male and 35 female. We have also different scholarship from different donors, which are Himalayan Trust Nepal is managing. So in total, like we have almost 300 scholarship in total for the students. So I need to move it a bit faster. Under the output 4, we support our school infrastructure development and also classroom improvements. We are supporting to establish computer labs. In the last fiscal year, we have established 7 new computer labs, and also we have supported 5 schools through small grant support, and provided support to 4 schools for the setting up child-friendly furniture, and provided stationery to the 106 schools, and also provided school and printers supports to the schools. Photos of the computer lab, which is supported by Nike and Service Users Educating Nepal. These are the new computer labs set up in these 7 schools. So altogether, we have already set up 27 computer labs in Solukhumbu. So these are some of the photos of stationary support which we delivered this year in the last fiscal year. Also, we continuously provided COVID prevention materials to the schools. And these are some of the details of the small grant support, petition supports we actually received from the schools requesting on different like repairment and maintenance of the schools. Those petitions are actually decided on the 11th of January by the board. These are some of the photos of small grant support we provided to the schools. School planting, maintenance, and this type of projects they have done. And these are some of the computer and printer, and also the furniture support to the school. And classroom setup with the child-friendly furniture. These are some of the one of the photo here we deliver those child-friendly furniture. And this is a design of the school classroom furniture that we are actually making. And the furniture for the ECD and grade 1 level there, the floor will be carpeting with a peat foam and the lower table, and there book corner there, whiteboard, and a teacher's table and all that. And for the grade 2 and 3, there will be desks and bench, and also the book corner in the corner, and the teacher's table, and some display boards in the different corners and different walls. So this is another school renovations program, but it is supported by one of the German donor, Lhakpa Kids. We are providing teacher training and station support for that, but Germany, these Lhakpa Kids are supported to renovate this school. Okay, now at the local, output 5 is the local community and government engagement program. For that we have coordinated with central government level and also signed agreement with them, and also meeting with and orientations about the programs to the local governments, local education officers, teachers regarding the program, and regular follow-up meeting and sharing program and progress with the challenges and issues of the program. And also we conducted different meetings with the parents, school management committees and all that, and we conducted different meetings with parents and regarding the important role in the children's learning. These are some of the photos of the coordinations with local and central level government. So there are some of the challenges which listed are one of the major challenges was the COVID, but we were we tried our best to address to some extent to continue the learning of the students, but because of the COVID, there was a severe impact on the children's learning, and now teachers and parents and the supporters like Himalayan Trust needs to focus on improving the literacy or helping those children for the learning. And also another thing is that new government, new federal systems, new local governments, newly elected government representatives, they do not have much understanding about the new education system and all that. That is also one of the challenges for us. We need to talk more about that. We need to provide more orientations to that. And there's a shortage of human resources in local government education officer. There's only one education officer who actually look after all the activities of education. He is mainly focused and busy in admin activities. And frequent change of teacher and on-trained teachers also sometimes we train this time, but next time the teacher transfer or change the new teachers come. There's kind of challenges. And also lack of skilled teacher training at ACD level, which we are going to address, which I mentioned. Sorry for the rush. So we have uploaded our annual report to our websites. Please visit our websites. You can download our annual report from there for more information. Thank you very much for your patience and attention.